Hi guys, happy Friday. Just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what is going to happen today so that you are all on the same page. You're going to start today with your bell ringer. It should be on the front TV. If it is not on the front TV, I will put it up on the screen for you. You guys can pause this video if you need to. This is what you should be writing down on your bell ringer today for Friday. This is your last one of the week. Like I said, go ahead and pause this video if you need to. Otherwise, we're going to keep going. After you've completed your bell ringer, we're going to do some quick notes. Your notes today are one page. So just page 9, just the front. So we're going to go over those super quickly, and then we'll keep going with the activity for today. So have your notes open to page 9. I'm going to go through these quickly just so that you guys have enough time to get done what you need to, but you guys can always pause this video if you need more time to write things down. You guys are going to need calculators today, so you may need to pause this and go grab a calculator. Our learning for today is I can order rational numbers. We talked about this early in the week, what the difference is between rational and irrational. Today we are just focusing on rational, and we're going to order them from least to greatest. It should be pretty easy for you guys as long as you remember you need to turn everything into decimals. So you're going to get a set of numbers, and then you need to turn it into a decimal. So we're going to look at this first example, all the numbers they give us, and then let's turn them into decimals. So pi, we know, is 3.14. 9.5 is 9.5. 9.8 is already a decimal. 9.5 repeating, and then the square root of 99. If you're not sure how to do that on your calculator, you're going to hit the second button, which is that green button at the top of your calculator, and then you are going to hit the x squared button, which is the number next, or the button next to the 7, and the little square root symbol should pop up. Type in 94, and make sure you type in a decimal. So in your calculator, it should look like the square root 94 decimal. Hit enter, and it's going to pop out a decimal for you. You get 9.69. If you're not sure how to do it on your calculator, ask the person next to you if how I explained it didn't make sense, because that will be important. Now that we've put them all into decimal form, we can go back and order them from least to greatest. Okay, so our smallest number was pi. Then from there, we went to 9.5. Then it would be 9.5 repeating. Then it would be the square root of 94. And then 9.8. When you write it, I want you to write the original number. So not the decimal, but the format it was written at earlier. All right, let's try this again. So ordering them from least to greatest, make sure you put them into decimal form. So on your calculator for the square root of 11, you're hitting the second button, the x squared button next to the 7, typing in 11 and a decimal. So it should look like this. And it's going to spit out 3.31. 2 1/4 is 2.25. All decimals, the rest. Okay, so our smallest one here is going to be negative 3.6. Because it's, sorry, our smallest one is negative 3.9. We got that negative 3.91. Then we have negative 2.5. Now we can start going to the positive ones. So then we would have 2 1/4. Then we would have the square root of 11, and then 3.6 repeating. For IXL, I just want to make sure you know how to turn square roots into decimals. So again, practice doing this. For the square root of 94, you should get 9.69. Square root of 35, you should get 5.92. Square root of 11, you should get 3.3. And then the square root of 14, you would get 3.7. However, there's a negative, so just keep that. Make sure you actually practice doing these on your calculator because you are going to actually need that, not just watching it, but know how to do it. I would suggest pausing this video for the rest and trying and doing these last two on your own. And then once you're done with the two problems, unpause the video, come back and check to make sure that you had the right answer for these. So if you finish doing this, the order you should have here is the negative 4.92551 decimal. Then you should have negative 2.9. Then you should have the square root of 7, 6 1/3, and 8.6 repeating. And then the last one, you should have had negative 14 1/2 pi, 3.6 repeating, the square root of 55, and then 10.4. So make sure you have all of these for your notes. Again, this is on Google Classroom. If you're watching it on the TV, you can always go back and get whatever you need from this. The last thing that you guys are going to do today, I do want to add, your homework is not page 10. So don't worry about doing your homework on, is it page 10 or page 15. You do not need to do the 1.3 homework. So you are just doing the notes. The last thing you're going to do is an activity. So your teacher is going to split you into two groups. Whether you guys just want to split it right down the middle or you want to do boys and girls, whatever it is. What's going to happen is there's going to be these cards all around the room. Okay, they look like this. There's 3 sets of cards. You guys can actually be in 3 groups. So you are either the dotted line group, right, where it looks like these dotted lines. You are either the solid line group, where it's the solid line around the numbers, or you are like the checked lines group. These are all around the room. What you're going to do is whatever group you're in, you're going to collect all of your cards. Make sure they're yours and not another group. So there should be about 10 of you in a group, maybe 8 or 9. And then you are going to order these from least to greatest. Everybody has the same cards, so you're going to turn them all into decimals and then order them from least to greatest. Whoever does it quickest is the winning team. So your teacher will have a timer going for you to make sure that gets done and figure out who can order them from least to greatest. If you guys finish early, you can always set them back up and do them again. And then the last thing, if somebody wants to grab gumballs, you can go ahead and grab gumballs from my desk. Make sure everyone gets one and they're only blue pennies going in the gumball machine. Otherwise, everything is on Google Classroom if you need to rewatch any of this. Otherwise, have a great Friday.